What is going on, everybody? And well, as you all know, the recent update on the Crew 2 brought us a bunch of new missions. And what are you tripping over, dude? It's like one of those videos where he like trips over nothing. Anyway, jumping right into this. So, a lot of people are probably wondering how the new contracts work. So I'm gonna do a quick little guide video on these. So obviously, you guys will need the lovely cab here or the limo. If you are wondering, by the way, each of these missions, you can switch the service vehicle here, so you could drive any of the cars you do have unlocked there if you would like. Also, I also have videos on all these cars coming out soon. Do stay tuned for that as well. But you can pretty much drive any of these cars if you do want to, which is pretty cool. I noticed the other one in Miami where I first started off, where it says drivers wanted. I'll show that right now if you guys are wondering. Also, these little ones you see do not show up on the map when you're zoomed out. Only this one does here. So this is the one you guys got to start at. Once you finish that, you'll then end up over in this area somewhere here. I'll get into that in a little bit. And you'll be able to drive around and find other ones that spawn. Now, they only show up when you are driving around. So I noticed New York was the same way as well. You'd be driving down the street and another one will show up and you can do them. So how do these actually work? So when you guys actually come up to one of these, you just pull up, you hit details. And so this one's going to be a short distance one with a service vehicle tip of $1,000. So if you are wondering, there is 3 different kinds of these, and they will have the distance of short, medium, and a long distance one. Both of them, or I should say all 3 of them, all have different times to complete. For example, if you guys start up the short one right now and accept it, you'll notice it'll give you the thing right away. You can immediately turn around and chase it down or follow it. This one's got to be done in 3 minutes and 12 seconds. So even if it's a short one, they range anywhere from what I've noticed about a minute and 20 seconds to about around over 3 minutes or so. And if you are wondering, these normally can be completed way less than what they're telling you. I was completing them around 2 to 3 minutes less. The super long one I did was over 9 minutes. I completed that one in like 5 minutes and 40 seconds, so I was really fast on that one. So it's not as long as they're telling you in these, and luckily they are pretty easy. There's no crazy other racers coming after you, or other players and all that. At least I haven't seen any other players from doing this. Obviously they're on your map there, as you guys can see on my mini map, but I haven't really been bothered when I was doing this or anything like that. I wasn't getting chased down by any like racers or anything weird. You're pretty much just taking the person to their destination. And fun fact, every time you hit your nitrous, the guy will make really weird sounds in there, and when you hit stuff, he'll like say ouch and stuff like that. But that is pretty much it. And then moving over, I'm also a terrible driver. Once y'all pull up to the end here, I had about a minute or so to spare on that. You just hold it to end the mission there and it will complete it. You'll then get a tip there from the vehicle tip. Now I got $1,700 if you're wondering, because I have all my points and all that on bucks, so I get a lot more money than normal on there. You get $4,000 on this one, and the other ones vary. This one only drops 1 part on the short distance. You guys will notice on my menu map there that I now have 3 of these shown up. Now do keep in mind, if y'all complete one of these, the one that I completed on the map all the way to the right over there on the island is now gone. So once you actually complete them, they do disappear for a little while, but they do come back. So if you guys are like trying to farm these, you're trying to do the same one, unfortunately we'll not be able to do that. So here's one right here, pulling up to it right now. So hitting that, you just hit details. Now this one's going to be a long distance one. I'll get into that one in a minute. So first I went right down the street, and this one's actually a medium one, so I wanted to go over this one next. So the medium ones are also kind of interesting. I noticed they can drop gold parts as well. So if you guys are trying to farm stuff, you can indeed farm these for maybe some parts. They don't drop a lot of parts. I noticed 1 or 2, and the super long ones drop about 3. You can also switch your vehicle to the limo, which I'll probably go over to in a future video, or the motor pass car, or the regular 1 credit Crown Victorious. I'm sure many people will be using, because this car is really easy to do this with. So you guys gotta do is drive up to it and accept it. Like I said, when you do them, it'll automatically start and you can immediately start doing it. You actually don't need to wait for anything to pop up. You could just start following the waypoint immediately, get like a little head start there. So as you guys see, this one is 4 minutes and 47 seconds, which is about a little over a minute longer than the other one I just did. And I did do a couple short ones earlier, and those were like a minute and 20 seconds, minute and 40. So the first one I did in New York, and then the one I did in Miami was like a minute and 40. So I guess they vary on time. But like I said, normally they will be completed a little faster than what they are saying. If y'all are wondering as well, coming up to the end of this medium one here, you'll notice that you do not actually have to follow any of the waypoints here. You could just kind of go crazy and, well, fly through it if you want. And like cut grass and cut all the crazy areas. So holding the mission here, I beat that one in over a minute faster than what we were supposed to. $3,492, and then I got the medium contractor in Miami with tips there. So in order to get that done, you got to do the 3 contracts in Miami. Very, very easy actually. And for that one, I got 2 parts, and they were both blue. Sometimes I actually got a gold part earlier and a blue part. Kind of depends on what the game wants to give you. So in case y'all are wondering, is there a difference if you started one of these with a different vehicle besides the cab? So I'm now in the limousine here. Let's go over here and accept this and see if there is a difference. As you guys will notice, you have to take these clients to where you have to go, so you're basically this exact same thing. You're just in a limo, so there's really no difference in these missions there. This one's 6 minutes and 17 seconds. It was exactly the same in the cab, so it really depends on what vehicle you want to run, but it does not make a difference. And then finally, all we have is the long distance ones. Now these I know is range anywhere from about beating them in about 6 minutes or so to like 10 minutes, something in that range normally. I also wanted to mention, if you guys did start one of these and you immediately abort it, you will have to do a different one because it will disappear. The one I showed before in the limousine is now gone. So if you do happen to accept it and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this right now, and you delete it, or like you leave it and then you try to go do it again, you will have to wait a little while before it comes back. And then anyway, let's start the long distance one right now. So this one's going to be 9 miles and, well, 9.20 miles for that matter. Basically going to be 6 minutes and 12 seconds, which was the same in the other one as well. That one was 6 minutes and 12 seconds as well. The one I did earlier in New York was like, I think it was like, you had 9 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that to complete it. So that's one of the longer distance ones, and I guess it kind of depends on where you guys want to do them. But from what I noticed, the only difference is you get more of a tip on these. If you guys have all your money on bucks and all that, you will get more money from these. Fame Magnet and all that might, I don't really think actually matters too much, but it is considered a mission, so you'll get more followers and extra money. But you don't make a ton of money from these. You guys are farming like hyper races and all that. You'll definitely see more money from those than any of these. So, and from, well, one thing I also noticed is I started this one from a different place as well, and it seems like some of these are also the same in some areas as well. They go like the same places. So you guys are starting them in the same area. I noticed they will go to the same place sometimes, same distance and all that, same time limit and all that good stuff. But overall, I have to say these missions are pretty entertaining, and when it comes to getting parts, I will show that right after this. From ending that one, I got right to it pretty easily. These really aren't too bad. I got 16,000 bucks there with 1,800 followers, so you're not going to get a lot of money or bucks from these. But I notice the long ones normally can drop 2 to 3 parts. This one I got 2 purples and 1 gold there. So really not too bad when it comes to parts, but overall, is there like an insane reason to farm these? I really don't know why, unless you're doing the weekly challenges or something like that. They are pretty fun to do, but I don't really see like an insane reason to do them all the time unless you guys are liking them. They're pretty fun to do, I'm not going to lie. And when it comes to the service vehicle, it's level 49, that little like pickup truck thing. Obviously, I do not have that unlocked yet. But I don't really think that will make a difference on these either. You're pretty much dropping off the client. But once I unlock that, I will definitely check that truck out. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions about the new Contractor DLC here on the Crew 2, using these cabs to pretty much bring, you know, people to where they want to go. That person, for some reason, want to travel 6 miles to a gas station. Who really knows why? There's no one actually there except trash bags over there. But besides that, it looks pretty interesting so far. And let me know your guys' thoughts so far on the DLC and all the vehicles they've added so far. Looking forward to the summits and all that. And it also looks like the Porsche is coming back, the Green Flash Edition, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Thank you all so much for watching.